A couple of weeks ago, I uploaded a video showcasing a Morphtronic deck that I built and how it performs in a tournament environment. Link to that video will be in the description if you'd like to check it out. However, this video will be solely focusing on the deck list I used in that video. So, without further ado, let's get into the profile. As I stated in the gameplay video, the win condition of this deck is to blind second and break boards, then using Zeus to control the game state on the following turn. This deck is definitely rogue for sure, but I feel like it's more playable than anything else Morphtronic does at this current moment. So, to start us off with the monsters, we have 3 Morphtronic Cellfawn, 3 Morphtronic Smartfawn, 3 Morphtronic Lantron, 3 Gizmekanaba, and 2 Turbo Booster. Our entire monster lineup here is level 1 for rank 1 plays, plus a decent amount of these cards are tuners, which means we can go into Halqifibrax for the Access Code combo line. Morphtronic Cellfawn is an amazing normal summon in this deck. While in attack mode, it's able to roll a die and then excavate a number of cards equal to the die roll, and then special summons a Morphtronic from among those excavated cards, ignoring its summoning condition. This is a soft once per turn effect, which is extremely broken on paper, but only really comes up if you excavate a Cellfawn or if you have a copy of Machine Duplication in your hand. Morphtronic Smartfawn is the only piece of support this deck has gotten in recent history, and by recent history I mean a little over 7 years ago in
Secrets of Eternity.
Smartfawn has a summoning condition of banishing one Morphtronic monster from the graveyard to special summon it from your hand. This is sometimes amazing and allows you to extend into an access code, but other times this can be very bricky. This card has a similar effect to Cellfawn. While in attack mode, Smartfawn is able to roll a die and then excavate a number of cards equal to the die roll, and then add a Morphtronic card from among those excavated cards. This pretty much allows you to either add something to normal summon if you haven't committed your normal summon yet, or to add something for follow-up. Morphtronic Lantron is just absolutely a terrible card, but it is a level 1 machine with the same attack and defense, which actually comes up for our next card, Gizmekanaba. Gizmekanaba is actually an incredible card that came out of Dawn of Majesty, and it truly brings this deck together. This card has a few effects, but honestly the only one that ever comes up is its trigger effect on normal summon, which allows you to special summon a machine monster with the same attack and defense from your hand. This is part of the consistency that this deck was lacking for years. Being able to normal summon this, and then special summoning something like a Cellfawn off of its effect is actually really good, which isn't something you hear people say about Morphtronic cards often. Lastly, we have Turbo Booster. This card literally just says you can special summon it if you have normal summon this turn. Also, like every other card, it's a level 1 machine with the same attack and defense. Very good for consistency reasons. For the non-archetypal monsters, we have 3 copies of Alpha, the Master of Beasts, 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs, 2 Godarla, and the 1 Effect Veiler. These are very good generically going second cards, and the only thing I would play more of is a 3rd Godarla and more Kaijus in general. So, moving on to the spell cards, we have 3 copies of Pot of Desires, 3 copies of Forbidden Chalice, 3 copies of Triple Tactics Talents, 3 copies of the Sacred Scrolls of the Gizmek Legend, and 2 Machine Duplication. Pot of Desires is very obviously here for consistency reasons, but sadly this card got limited. Sacred Scrolls of the Gizmek Legend is the Gizmek field spell, and it is amazing in this deck. It allows you to excavate 3 cards from the top of your deck, then allows you to add 1 monster with the same attack and defense from among those excavated cards, and banish the other 2. This is just another consistency piece in a deck that is absolutely starving for it. Machine Duplication is a crazy extender, but is sometimes very bricky, so I like to play it at 2. And lastly, moving on to the traps, I only play the 3 Infinite Impermanents. That does it for the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck. For the Xyz monsters, I play 3 copies of Divine Arsenal AA Zeus Sky Thunder, 3 copies of Lyrilusk Assembled Nightingale, 3 copies of Downward Magician, and the 1 copy of Fucko. The only real card I need to explain here is Fucko, which is our going first option. This is basically a scuffed version of Crooked Cook. For the Link monsters, we have 1 copy of Link Karibo, 1 copy of Crystron Halqifibrax, 1 copy of Selene, Queen of the Master Magicians, 1 copy of Nightmare Unicorn, and the 1 Access Code Talker. Halqifibrax easily allows you to go into Selene, which in turn very easily allows you to go into a 5300 attack Access Code Talker OTK line. That does it for the deck profile. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and share it with a friend. This is a deck I've worked on for a long time, and it's honestly a personal favorite of mine. Make sure to let me know what tech cards or changes you would make to the list in the comments below, and with that, see you in the next one. See ya!